Yo, welcome to episode 15 of my premium podcast experience and friends. There's a lot going on in the world and even more going on in my life. After a brief hiatus, I'm finally back with a brand new episode. And I really wanted to give myself some time to think and observe. And I wanted to come back and have some enlightened commentary on the state of affairs. But honestly, I'm just tired of all the killing. I think blacks killing other blacks is lame. I think cops killing black people is super lame. And I think black people killing cops is counterproductive. Can any problem be solved without violence? I don't know. I touch on this and more with my special guest today. He's a grillsman, public servant, and family guy. I'm talking about the homie Shawron Olson, who has masterfully created a mixture that is both delicious and all-purpose. Look for his down-home barbecue sauce in outlets near you. So, with that being said, no more stalling. And friends, episode 15. Let's get to it. I don't have any script, and and don't feel like you being pressured. But I just like to see what different people say about different things. So with that being said, let me get you to introduce yourself to my listeners and what you got going.
I'm Shawron Olson, originally from Chicago, Illinois. Had family down south and back and forth from up north down south, so I got the best of both worlds. Been here in Charlotte for about 10 years now. I adopted Charlotte as my home now.
It's your home now. What part of Chicago you from?
Well, apart from the west side.
Okay, from the west side. And you came in here with some barbecue sauce.
Yeah, just barbecue sauce. Like I say, I got the best of both worlds. Born up north, raised down south, back and forth. Basically, down south, we do a lot of barbecuing down south. We like to barbecue. One day I was just messing around, putting, I wonder how this will taste, I wonder how that would taste, putting different seasonings and stuff together. And then I came up with this unique taste. I had a buddy back home. I think I tried it with him the first time I made it. Let him try it. He liked it. Let other family members tried it. Then the buzz started going. People asking me why don't I sell it. I've been having the recipe, by the way, for 14 years. I've been giving it away. I done cooked, like I said, Chicago, Detroit, Arkansas, even here in the Carolinas. Everybody liked it so far.
Let me take a look at what you got.
This the probably right.
Down home barbecue sauce, good on everything.
Yeah, I picked the name down home because if you look up the definition of down home, it means, subtle, common, neighborly, friendly. So we down in the south, I thought I'd pick a name that was, hit close to home.
I do like barbecue sauce.
I tell you what, you got to.
I do like barbecue sauce. How much you sell the sauce for?
Well, this is a pint right here, and I'm a small business. This is the average mason jar. Mm-hmm. This go for $8. A quart go for $16. A gallon go for $30.
Do you ever do like any of those competitions or like cook-offs or festivals or anything like that?
No, but I've had people telling me I should.
Well, what's stopping you?
Just haven't done it yet. Really, and I had people for years telling me, go on, just try it. And one thing, I hate to enter it and not win, but somebody told me win or not is good, just get the exposure.
It is. And I know there's one in Rock Hill. It's pretty big. It's like Carolina Barbecue Festival or something like that. It's a very, very big festival. I mean, it's not necessarily about winning or losing. It's that the crowd is so large and so many repeat people there that, there's a lot of people who only open up on, do that festival. And, they're putting the kids through school and doing this just off of going to, one event and selling, their sauce or selling their barbecue. So, I mean, it's worth looking into it. So, what do you do by trade? What kind of work do you do?
Well, I'm a full-time security officer, and I work for a group home for mentally challenged individuals.
A group home. How'd you get into doing that?
Which one, group home or security?
The group home.
I had a social mind, I guess you could say, had turned me on to it. When I first come down here, if y'all remember, jobs kind of tight. Mm-hmm. Back like 5-6 years ago, somewhere there.
They're still pretty tight.
Yeah. But I knew somebody basically, and got my foot in the door and I started doing it.
So, do you like being around? What kind of age group are you dealing with?
Oh, they're adult individuals. It varies
Okay.
from 21, to 61. They age varies. They're adults, so
Do you enjoy that atmosphere?
yeah, because it really makes me realize how blessed that we are as individuals. They have the mental disability, but they're just as happy as we are, probably even more.
I could see that. So on this particular day we're recording this episode, in the last, 24, 36 hours, 2 individuals have been slain due to police brutality. And I don't typically follow the news. My listeners can attest to that fact. I don't follow the news. I don't consider myself informed or hip to the, what's going on. I just live life. Yeah. And, whatever information I come across is news to me. Gentleman in Baton Rouge was slain due to police violence, as well as another gentleman in Minneapolis or Minnesota, one of the two.
Yeah, Minnesota, I think.
Okay, it might have been Minnesota. So was also slain.
Did he pass away?
I'm pretty sure they're both dead.
I know the one in Louisiana did.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the guy in the car with his fiance.
I heard about that story.
Right. And because I have a platform, a lot of people, I guess, they reached out to me. That was really how I heard about it, because a number of people had asked me my feelings on the situation. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'd be at work.
Yeah,
or
I know what you mean.
or I'm doing this, or I'm with the homies. So you got to inform me what happened. And I didn't really feel anything. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm numb to the fact that this black man getting murked on a daily basis. I mean, it's been happening every single day, whether it's televised or not.
Yeah.
And you may have recalled weeks back, Jesse Williams. He gave a speech at the BET Awards. You might have saw something on that.
No, I didn't see the BET Awards. I probably working that day.
Right, but I'm sure you heard about a guy who gave a speech, right? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Okay, well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But I guess what I'm trying to say, the bottom line is that I'm way past the point of talking about it, reporting about it. Like, it don't change for me. Nothing's changed. I'm still very much apprehensive about the police. I'm still very nervous around them and skittish, because at any time I feel like they could just haul off and start blasting and nothing's going to happen. So when you heard about those scenarios, what did you think? Do you have kids? Do you have a family? What's your life like?
Yeah, I have a granddaughter and a daughter.
A granddaughter and a daughter?
Yeah. So you want to know my intake on it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let me hear how you feel about it.
First thought in my mind when I heard about the incident, it's sad to say, first thought I guess you say the first adjective I guess you would say was typical.
Right.
And that's sad to say when you hear 2 black men or any men slang that you think, oh, that's typical.
Typical.
Something that's being, I don't know, won't say accepted, but there's something that's happening in America now, And this man was young. 37 is not old. These are young, black men that's getting slain. That's the first thing I thought, man. Typical. And like you said, that's something we need to change. Because anytime you can say, oh, another black man get killed, oh, that's typical. That's bad. That tells you how times are now, to think like that. Before you even grieve or have time to even voice the opinion, you say, okay, that's normal.
That's the reaction. That is,
that's
the
bad. That's a bad reaction. Not trying to be
passive or flippant about it. But it's happening. I mean, we're both black men in here, but it happens to the point that we're like, okay,
again,
right? Another one gone. Counting my days, thinking, being thankful that it wasn't my day, but it definitely could have been.
I mean, it's like this. Any given time when we leave our house, apartment, wherever you stay, wherever you reside at, it's chances us, getting murdered. It's chances out there, catch a murder case.
Right.
Because there's people out there got murder cases but haven't murdered nobody.
Right.
People don't think about it. You got to think outside the box. It's those chances, And those aren't good, choices right there, but those are the possibilities that have happened to a lot of black men in the past. It might be also, remember Hurricane, the boxer? You watched the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
how him and a acquaintance got charged with murder. They didn't even do the murder. They called it a murder case.
And that's not so. I mean, that's almost typical. You know, just
Yeah.
leaving the house being charged with, you know, heinous crimes.
Yeah, you know, it's just crazy. You know, after you think about it, the next thing I'm thinking about the family. You know, having kids,
Right.
and grandkids. You know, you think about it, like you just said, it could have been me. You know, it could have been me. You know, doing security, some sadistic fool. You know, have a bad day, take it out on everybody in uniforms today.
Right.
You know, I'm just speaking reality.
Right.
You know, and the harsh reality is that, you know, the life expectancy of a black man, I remember years ago, it was like 25 years old. I don't know what it is today's, you know, time, but it's only like 25 years old.
It seems like it's about 17 or 18.
You might be right now, because I keep up with a lot of Chicago news. That's where I'm from.
Right.
And it's a lot of guys with talent, but they in these gangs, and I was looking at Chicago rappers slaying kids young as 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been one of Chicago's best rappers. They slang because they in these gangs, you know, and they can't even have a productive life. One guy's son got killed. They was gunning for the father, but killed the son. And they got the no snitch policy.
Right.
So what he gonna do is go back and retaliate. I look at my city and I just shake my head. Now it's like it's pretty ignorant to me.
Right, and that goes on a lot, especially in the whole Midwest.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, you know, very lawless and dangerous and very violent in some of those areas. Milwaukee, Gary, Indiana.
The talent they got, though, you know, it's guys out there like my boy Bud. I like what he doing because no, he ain't affiliate no gangs. He's working. He getting stuff out there. He ain't gotta watch his back. You know, seem like the gangs out here, seem like now it's like it's the cops. And not talking bad about cops. It are some good cops, by the way. You know.
Now, I was going to ask you this. How do you feel about, I mean, you're a security guard, so you wear a badge and a uniform.
Uh-huh.
So how do you feel about other people in badges and uniforms committing these? Like, I mean, does that make you any less comfortable in your badge and uniform, or do you still feel like, you know, it's an issue you can get in front of? Do you feel closeness to these people, or like how does that work for you?
No, closeness, no. No, with the uniform on, I feel like in a sense that, you know, I'm somewhat of a target. Even though I'm a security officer, though, I got a badge, I got a uniform. You know, the closest and all, because a lot of times we have problems, and like I say, not trying to put down CMPD, but a lot of times we have problems, and a lot of times it takes forever for the police to come, you know, come to our aid. You know, we limited what we can do. So we call them for bag up, and then it's sometimes it takes them forever to come.
Right.
You know, so, no, it's not it should be a closeness, but how can I have a close connection when I need you, you know, you ain't really there. You know what I mean?
No, I do know what you mean.
I'm just taking the facts too, like say, not down in CMPD. It's good cops out there. No, have been time cops did come, response time was good, but as a whole, we talking as a whole.
Well, I'm torn how to think about it.
Well, you know what? Once again, we have to put that in the category again as typical. How many times have you seen shows or videos where people calling 911, but it was too late? You know, they didn't come, you know, soon enough. I mean, I understand cops can't be there just, you know, on the spot, but I think they need to do something about the response time. Well,
I mean, they're well aware of, you know, the areas they're headed into and what could potentially be in those areas. I think that it's unfair to generalize all police officers based on what a few do.
That's why I said, it's not all of them, because you got some good ones out there that do care. You got some out there. I'm just talking about for the ones that does abuse it, because cops do abuse their authority. We just witnessed that with these two slayings here.
Why is it though that that always comes up, that there are good cops? How come those particular individuals don't publicly chastise these so-called bad apples? Like, why don't they say, hey, you know, you fucking it up for the rest of us based off of your actions, and, you know, people are now generalizing us based off of the actions of a few.
You wonder why good cops don't say nothing about the bad cops? Basically what you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is how I look at that as.